Hello world, Paul Whittakin again, back with my universal code of numbers, and peace and happiness to everyone. And what I'm going to do today is just highlight a couple of the things about the code. I call it a code, it's universal law of numbers, but what it is a 369 code, 9 being the guiding light, so to speak. And my contention is that it actually encompasses the entire world of numbers. All math is wrapped up into this one simplified, chart, if you will, which is, it represents a circle. It represents every geometric form that exists. There are many secrets embedded within this code, and I will help to get you started. And I hope to find some more of these myself. But for today's purposes, we are going to talk about the 248751. So it's a 369 code, and 369 comes up everywhere. But we're not going to be covering much of 369 today. We're just going to make mention of the fact that 369 is the way that all numbers triple. Okay, if we triple 1, we get 3. If we triple 2, we get 6. If we triple 3, we get 9. But any number tripled will always follow the sequence 3, 6, and 9. So for today, we're going to just go over this 248751, and to repeat myself from the first lesson. This is the manner in which numbers double. So we can take 1 and double that, we get 2, double that, 4, double 4 we get 8, double 8 we get 16, 1 and 6. And for those of you who are new, what we do in this system is we reduce numbers. And in conventional mathematics or whatever, formal schooling, it's always something that's overlooked as though it has no particular validity. But if one begins to understand this universe of numbers, this universe that we live in, reducing numbers actually is part of the whole process. So we were doubling, double the 4, 8, 16. Double 16, we get 32, which is reduced to 5. Double 32, we get 64, which is reduced to 1. Because 6 and 4 is 10, 1 and 0 is 1. And that's a repeating sequence that goes on and on forever. When I talk about numbers, any number in the universe, it follows this code, this sequence of numbers, and it goes to infinity in both directions, okay? So it's geometry, it's trigonometry, it's calculus, it's probabilities and statistics. It's everything that has to do with the world of numbers in this very simplified, concise form. And I'm going to try and help highlight that for you today. So what we're going to do is we're going to decode a little bit one of the codes within the code. And it's the 248751 code. For newcomers here, 248751, 248751, or 248751. It's here 248751. We also have this 417741, which I have down here. And what 471 and 741, it's how numbers increase by 3 and increase by 6 respectively. But on to the topic of today's discussion, which is my code 248751. Now when I say it's mine, I don't own anything. I'm just an observer of the universe, and this is the universe talking to us. So we're both in this thing together. What I'll do is I'll move it up, and that way you'll be able to see it much easier. And I will check to make sure that that's in fact true. Just checking here. Yep, you can see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit, one of the things about 248751, if I don't fall off this table, which is 248751. It's a mirror of itself. And all I'm doing is applying simple arithmetic. In this case, it's simple multiplication. One thing that you will notice about this mathematics is we don't have any of these funny symbols. There's no phi, there's no delta, there's no integral signs, there's no summation. It's all much simpler. It's for everyone. It's the universe talking to us and showing us its pattern. So what we have here is we have 2. If we go across, I've multiplied 2 by 2, which is the first number in the code. If I go across here, I'm multiplying this number up here by 4, which is the second number in the code. Then I'm multiplying it by 8, by 7, by 5, and by 1. And this is the result that we get, okay? So we'll just do 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16, which is 7, 1, and 6. 7 times 2 is 14, which is 5, 1, and 4. 5 times 2 is 10. 1 and 0 is 1. And 1 times 2 is 2. Okay, if we take it down to the next line, simple, we're using the 4 now. So 2 times 4 is 8. 4 times 4 is 16, which reduces to 7. 8 times 4 is 32, which reduces to 5. 7 times 4 is 28, which reduces to 1. 5 times 4 is 20, which reduces to 2. And 1 times 4 reduces to 4. And if we just multiply each of these numbers by the code, by itself, the code itself, we arrive at this interesting result. And this result is not a coincidence. It's once again just the simplicity and the symmetry of the world of numbers that we live in, which sometimes we can lose when we get stuck on base 10 mathematics, which has its place in the world, but it confuses people because somewhere along the line things don't always seem to add up. And I've always seen these patterns, but doing math in school or whatever, it seemed all so confusing. So what this is, what I'm trying to show and what I'm trying to help people in the world with is just to show how simple this great big world of numbers is, and everything that's in this code, it applies to all numbers, okay? So anyway, we also have, well, what we get here is the code back again. 248751, 248751, 248751. So all of the rows going across, they all have the 248751. And all of the rows going down, they all have the 248751. And, that's what I wanted to show you today. There's more to come. I'll see you next time. Peace and happiness to the world. Signing out.